Hey everyone, it's Tiffany from Let's Get Scrappy, and I have a Country Craft Creations design team project to share with you. This is using Ireland Forever collection, which I have shown many times on my channel. I don't know if I actually have a walkthrough of this, but let me just show you really quick. Hold please. The collection. Now this is the 8x8. I did use mostly 12x12 scraps, so there is a 12x12 collection and then a companion pack that has like plaids and then some cut apart sheets, which I keep begging Tamara to do more companion packs, and I think she said she was going to, because they're just so fun to add on to her collections. But this isn't in any type of like order, but just real quick, this is what the collection looks like. This is one of my, I would say, in the top 5 of Country Craft Creation collections that I love. I'm pretty sure Country Bunny is still #1. And I need to break that out so I can start playing with that one again, because it's so stinking cute. But I think I did not show this one here. You know, a St. Patty's Day is coming up, and I have a funny story to tell you guys, because of course I do. Okay, we already saw these. Oh, did I show this one? I don't know, but I love this little postage piece right there. It's just a really pretty, non-gimmicky, kidsy collection. There's some adjectives for you. Not really. I just like it. It's classy. It's just elegant and pretty. But we are going to do a tutorial after this. This is just a really quick, you could do like a waterfall folio. I had a folio base on my desk. That was from, I think it was from my craft fair. It was like a craft fair folio base. And I was like, oh, let me just do that. And then, of course, I had to go add more flips and flaps. So that's why we're now doing a new tutorial. And I wanted to use this collection because I did Ancestry.com. And if you don't know, I am mixed black and white. And that's what I say all the time. I am mixed black and white. That's for sure. And I knew because my dad and grandmother, redhead, blue eyes, obviously the white side, and then my mom's side, there is, like my grandpa had blue eyes. He looked like Smokey Robinson, but taller and cuter. And then, so I knew there was some other stuff like in the family, but it was hilarious to get back my results to see, and mind you, I'm from 13 regions, 13. Which, come to find out, that's actually way smaller than my husband and my sister. But 13 regions, but Ireland was 41%. Hence the whiteness. And this is like fake tan. But obviously, on my white grandfather's side, who was adopted the whole time growing up, I was told he was French. Come to find out later in life, that was his adopted name, last name, because my maiden name is Fagnet, which is pronounced Fénon in French. And then towards the end of his life, they found out, no, he was actually like Italian. I was like, okay, I could see it. Brown hair, brown eyes, okay. No, boy, you are probably all Irish too. Because how could I be 41%? So, needless to say, I mean, that's the beauty of the DNA, especially if you have people adopted in the family. You get told things like your whole life, and then you find out, or my grandma just had some fun. Okay, no, my grandma's sorry. Get to the project, Tiffany. I'm sorry. So I just was feeling my roots and wanted to play with the collection. This was from the 8x8. Now I did cut up 2 sheets from the 8x8 pad. The rest were all scraps. But this one I strategically cut because I loved the pot of gold. Just have the pot of gold on the front. Terrible accent. And I cut that how I want it. I did use a green, I don't even know, it's a MyColors. I can't think of what it is, maybe forest? I will have it linked below. And then a glitter cardstock from Tonic Studio. I had some flowers in my stash. I did some die cuts, some of the Spellbinders gold cord that I don't think we can get right now. I think it's still sold out at Spellbinders. And then here is the spine. And then the back, this collection is just stunning. It's just stunning. So pretty. And it looks like it has a tie closure, but it does not, at least not on the cover. So I already had the pockets in place from the original tutorial. So I just added some photo mats here. And again, like scrap pieces. This was from I had a couple cut aparts left from the companion pack. So I put that one in there. And then I strategically cut this one to have this on the pocket. I just think this is one that has to always be in your stash. It's just pretty, just pretty. And if you don't want to use like, you could use like the B-sides. This still could be like a Father's Day element. Can you guys hear the rain? Like, it's crazy rain. I know I'm Washington, but usually, I don't care what people say. Usually it's not raining like this. It has been storming in the past. I mean, there's flooding happening somewhere. Just not where I am. So I just tied this part closed, and then I have 2 magnets here, 2 here, like that, because I have a little accordion part right here. So you have this with just the little like journaling stuff here. Love this plaid. Gorgeous plaids in this collection. I'm just saying, this is just a must-have. Just stunning. And then opens up this way. And I love the little, can you guys see the little girl? I mean, she's probably not a little, well, she still does look like a little girl. Answering the phone for some reason. But very cute. Love it, love it. And I did, I thought I used black soot on this, but I actually did not. I used, what's that dark green one? Ooh, now I can't remember. Hold on, Scorch. That's what it was. Tim Holtz Distress Scorch ink. It's like a dark, like army green color. And then you have this. So this is the part, this right side is what I added to the folio. So I just thought, well, I know I just might as well just do a whole nother tutorial. And this is a cardstock folio, so no chipboard, but you can add chipboard to yours if you want to. And I just have the plain smooth cardstock here. And this, and my favorite little part here. So again, just another easy project to throw together, but still, I mean, you could do 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just right there, photos. You could do 9, 10, I mean, endless amounts of room. I mean, it'll end at some point, but you know what I'm saying. So that is our project that we are going to make right now. So get your scoreboard out, your trimmer, your paper. I'm going to go through the measurements and score at the same time. So I need to grab my scoreboard. I really did think I had everything together. Where is my scoreboard? Oh my goodness gracious. Where is it? Oh, is it still? No. Where's my scoreboard? Oh yeah, it is right in front of my face. Just hiding behind the new papers. Okay. So, set this aside. And for the cover, what you need to cut. Now, I used Country Craft Creations 100-pound cardstock for the whole thing. You could just do the outside if you want, but I was cutting. I was like, oh, let me just keep going. It's a small folio. It's nice and sturdy, and it works just fine. So for the cover, we need a piece that is 4. That is not right. What the? Oh my gosh. Heebie-jeebies. Okay, so it's actually 8.5. And that's not working very well. I don't know why I just don't throw some of these away. 8.5 by 8. Hopefully you guys can see that or hear me. But okay, so 8.5 wide by 8 tall. And then we are going to score at 4 and 4.5. Done. Next piece is going to be, and I mean, just use up the scraps once you cut your big pieces. So on the left side, we have a bottom pocket that is 5 by 3.5. And we're just going to score a 1/2 inch on all 3 sides. So you can rotate yours and score it like that, or it's a 1/2 inch and a 4.5, whichever is easiest. So there you go. The middle pocket is 5 by 2.5, and then again, just get those 1/2 inch scores on 3 sides. On the right side, for the accordion part, we have a piece that is 12 by 8. And I just scored at a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 4.5, and then 8.25 on the 12 side. Oops, I'm trying to do it this way. So that right there. Then the right flap on the right side is going to be 4 by 8, and that is just the leftover piece from here, so you could see the leftover here. And well, we will turn it. Score at a 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch, like that. Then you will need 2 pieces that it's going to be a total of 4. Let me just say that. Total of 4, 3.5 by 6s. But 2 are going to be scored. One is at 3/8 of an inch. And that's only because I was cheap and didn't want to get another piece of paper and add a 1/8 of an inch. So just stay with me and trust the process. So 3/8 of an inch and a 1/2 of an inch. We're going to have just a little tiny gusset right there because we love those little gussets. They're our favorite. And you're going to do that twice. Then you're going to take 2 more, and we're just going to score at 1/2 inch on both of those. So total you will have 4. Now, let's go ahead and get our base going. So we're going to get out our cover. Fold it. Fold the other side. So that is the shell right here. So just so you could see, that's what it looks like. Now we open up and we're going to do our left pockets. I don't know why I always make things difficult for myself. I was just trying to, you know, use up stuff around my room. And then I had to go and add some flips and flaps. I tell you. Okay, so we're going to miter those corners. Miter the top on the other one. Cut straight through, but don't fold on that score line. That's just a guide that I use to put down into the pocket. But these ones we will go ahead and crease, crease, and crease, like that. Do the same thing with the 2 sides. So the 2 sides only. Let's just dry fit and hope that we we fit. Yes, we do. And yes, we do. Okay, let's get out our glue. Get our bottom piece on. I do like to do my bottom first. And if you are new to mini album, folio album making, I always suggest doing a cardstock folio first and then moving on to like a chipboard waterfall folio before tackling the big babies. So I'm just making sure I'm good, everything can fold up before I get everything really set into place. Let me grab my tape. So this is a nice, easy project. I love easy projects. Love, love, love. Okay, so let's go ahead. Get some glue on the sides. Burnish. And just kind of make sure you're not like, you don't want too much glue on the inside. So we are just going to add glue to the wings and then put it in. Now, you also could add glue or tape on this side if you want your pocket to end just right here. I want my pocket to go all the way through, so I'm just using this middle piece as my guide. That's why we scored it. Believe you me, it's a lot easier than how I used to do them, like everyone else, by folding this up and fitting it in there, or just all the things. I just go up until I'm meeting at that score line, and I forgot. Oh no, I thought I forgot to put glue on the sides. We were talking about the bottom so much. Okay, now we are nice and even. Just again, make sure I got some glue. Going to just go mine in a little bit better. Make sure your glue is set, and then the left side is done. It feels like we're like so fast, but oh no, Tiffany went and added a whole bunch of stuff over here. Of course I did. So let's miter the corners up to that first score line. And just fold on all the lines, but it will be a Z fold, like accordion style. Just make them nice and crispy. Okay. I'm gonna fold this way. And then back this way. Make sure I feel like that was a little bit off. Just a little bit. Yeah, it is just a little smidgen. I mean, it won't matter in your book, but you guys know I'm a little OC there. Just a little OC. So I'm going to try to force it where I want it. Okay. So this piece is going to go right there. So we need to get some adhesive on. like that. Just make sure you do not go beyond the fold. And I purposely made these a little smaller once it's folded up than the actual folio, so we don't have to worry about any hanging off. So we have that piece. Let's get our gusset there so it will sit like this. Now let's do our other flap. And again, I did use 100-pound cardstock all the way through. I think it was only like 2 12x12s that I used for the whole thing. The photo mats, you can use any size you want for the photo mats, just based on your scraps is how I do it. Sometimes, you know, I like to have where things can go like a 4x4, a 4x6 can go right on, and you don't have to do any cropping, but sometimes you don't have the scraps to do that. So I just use my scraps and it tells me what size it's gonna be. So I didn't want to get out any more paper. I didn't want to have some wasted. So I tried to just work with what is left after my big cuts. Over, give it a nice good burnish so that glue sets up. Okay, so right now it's looking like this here, and we do have like a little gap, which is fine. Now we're just going to do our little staggered, like stacked pages, flaps. So let's score those. I am did I miter those? I don't actually know. Let me see if I did it. I mean, it doesn't really matter which way you do, but I think I mitered them and didn't cover it up. Oh, yep, because yes, I mitered all of them. So we put down the one that has the gusset first, and then on the inside of that, I put our other piece. And they do come out to be, just so you guys can see, 2 of the same size, but then we just stagger them. So let's go ahead and miter all the corners on all 4. 2 of them I had stuck score tape already. I was gonna do score tape, and then last second decided no, it's faster with the glue. Oh, mitered those already. Okay, so fold, get that crispy crease. Your other one, use a spacer if you need to, or a ruler that might be 1/8 of an inch, but the spacers actually do work really well for that 1/8 inch gusset. Okay, so I'm going to put the gusseted ones down first. It is pouring down out there. And I just kind of eyeball the center where I want. Let's push this up into there so we can push this up into there. Definitely not centered at all. Okay, that's good enough. Let's burnish. Burnish. We could do, I'm going to do the one under it. And we'll turn it around and do the other 2. And then we're done. I like these fast little tutorials. But, I mean, I'm sure you still could get a good, at least 15 photos in here, if not 20 based on size. So I just make sure before I burnish everything down, I'm lined up nicely. Now let me give it a firm press into place. I'll lift up, do it again. And just right here, I'm just gonna add some tape right there just because I'm stacked. Just a little bit. There we go. Make sure, I mean, there's going to be paper covering this, so it doesn't really matter. Just sometimes I do things to make me feel better. Don't ask. Cray cray girl over here. Okay, I'm still going to add some glue. I really I can't wait to hear if you guys can hear the rain, because I always think you guys can hear my husband, but you guys say you can't. And he is way louder than the rain. Woo! That boy's loud. Okay, so I'm going to kind of put this into place. Before I do that, I'm going to put one of these down. Line up down here before I start pressing my stuff into place. To make sure I am somewhat matched up with the top. It's okay if it's a little bit off, but you don't want it to be too much. Burnish. Okay. Then we have our last little piece. And I'll give you measurements of the photo mats that I did on the other on the actual folio, so you guys have that if you want to do it exactly how I have it. Again, placing where I'm lining up with down here before I press anything into place up here. Like so. Let's just, before I get it all down. Okay, I want to over just a little bit. You only have a few seconds, so you have to be somewhat fast. Okay, I feel like that's good. Now let me hurry up, and I'm going too slow. That glue is going to dry up on you. And there's just like a little gap just because of us. The other hinge is a little bit smaller because I was stingy with the paper. And you don't have to do this tape. I feel better if I do it. And I was trying to use up stuff around my room to get rid of things in my room. And look, now I have another base I have to I have to cover because I just had to add stuff. Okay, so for this one, I did add a magnet only to this side just because it was driving me crazy. Even though I put a tie closure on, you guys won't be able to see that. And this white pen is like boo-boo. But magnet for right there. Then I have magnet. You guys can't even see. Hopefully some of that was in frame. I don't know. So those two snap together, and when I do it, you know, just make sure again that you have your fold in place before you clink your magnets. And then I did my ribbon right here. Ribbon, and I did my ribbon because we already had this put together right there. So before I put my matting down, I did my ribbon, and then I did my magnet. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did not mat the entire thing. I really was trying to do a faster project, eat up some of the scraps, but I did not mat the entire thing. That was really hard for me to do. But I did it. Okay, so the mats, let's set this aside. And I will have links to the collection, Ireland Forever, the 8x8, as well as the 12x12, and then the companion pack. But this is, okay, this one is 3.5 by 6. And then this one, and yes, this ruler is about to fall apart because I stepped on it. 3.5 by 4.5. And then this is just a 3 1/8, yeah, by 4 1/8. And that is it for this project. So hopefully you guys liked it. If you've seen all my haul videos, I have a ton of projects to get going on this week. So stay tuned. Hopefully I will have something for you by next weekend. I mean, not hopefully, I should, but I do have some retreat projects I gotta get going on here. But there you guys go. That is my cute little Ireland Forever. And again, just did some clusters. I have a 4-leaf clover in there. Just having some fun. But again, I just think this collection is just so elegant and grown up. Not kidsy, cutesy, like St. Patty's Day stuff. But there you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hop over to Facebook and join Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations. That's where you see all the sneak peeks, all the good stuff. And I will have everything linked below. Please, if you can, use the link because that does help. It gives me a small kickback if you do place an order. And so thank you for those that have been doing that. It is greatly appreciated because it does help me continue to be able to provide some free content for you guys. And you guys know I just love you and we have fun. But there you guys go. Thanks for watching. Bye.